Hi, welcome to another unit. In this unit, we'll be focusing on how to do keyword research using Google, using SEMrush, and also using SimilarWeb. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Please hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell. For Google, our focus on Google will be how to use the autocomplete the people also ask and also how to research using other websites. While for SEMrush, for SimilarWeb, we will look at how to do competitor research with SimilarWeb. We'll look at who are your key competitors with SimilarWeb. We'll see what your competitors are actually doing so you know what to also do. Now, on SEMrush, we'll actually nail it off with SEMrush. On SEMrush, we'll do keyword research. Also, we'll do competitor research. You see the key keywords your competitors are actually searching out for. So let's get into Google first and see how to do autocomplete with Google. Thank you. To research keywords, my first point of call is always Google. Google has a wide database, and you can be sure to get abundant keywords. You can keywords relating to whatsoever thing you want. Google would provide long tail, short tail keywords. You can be sure to get keywords from Google. The first thing I do is you go to Google Ignito. You go to Google Incognito. And open Google Incognito, go to Google itself. Type in google.com. Google.com. Now what we're looking for are long-term keywords. But you could start with your short-term keywords. Take, for example, if you write about health, you could start with health. If you write about hair, skin, you could start with that. But as you research on, you begin to break it down a little bit. Now let's use hair as our example. Now, if I want to find a long tail keyword with hair, and I'm using hair as my root keyword, I want to put in hair. Now, the moment I'm putting it hair, I'm seeing some likely suggestion. Hairstyling tools. I'm seeing hairstyling products. I'll pick, let me go with hairstyling tools. Hairstyling tools. Now, if I'll go with hairstyling tools, then you can now, if you look at hairstyling tools, do put a space. Under hairstyling, I've seen tools, I've seen hairstyling products. Now, hairstyling tools and kits, hairstyling accessories, these are all keyword suggestions. To get more keyword suggestions, go with what we call the alphabet soup method. In the alphabet soup method, what we're doing is we're putting in an alphabet one after the other. Hairstyling tools, I've put a space there. The next time I put an E, I can see hairstyling accessories, hairstyling at home, hairstyling appointment, hairstyling appliances. These are all keyword suggestions. Remove your A, put in a B. Hairstyling brush, hairstyling brush dryer, hairstyling brush sets, hairstyling balm, hairstyling brush for short hair. Remove your B, put a C. You could see hairstyling captions, hairstyling courses for beginners. These are all keyword suggestions. Put a D. You can continue like this until you get to what? Until you get to Z. And you continue to see different keyword suggestions from Google. Like I said initially, you have thousands of keyword suggestions. In fact, if I want to still niche further, I can do hairstyling D. Now put an A at it. It has changed again. It has given me hairstyling Darwin, hairstyling Dad Hill, hairstyling Dallas. Now I can remove the A, put probably an E. A B will not be too. Now put hairstyling devices. Now these are all keyword suggestion. As you continue to do this, you will get a lot of keyword suggestions. Now what you do is, after compiling these keyword suggestions, you can now put them Each one by one, take them to a keyword tool, a keyword research tool, like either SEMrush, Ahref, Jaxi. There are a thousand and one of keyword research tool. Put them on a keyword research tool. They will give you an idea, a rough estimate of the competition on that keyword. They will give you the competition. They will give you the volume of traffic on that keyword. It will tell you about about the CPC on that keyword. Some keywords will even go deeper to tell you about the first, like Ahref and SEMrush. They will tell you about the first 10 articles that rank on Google, on the first 10 articles that rank on the first page, on the first SERP page on Google. They will give you those first 10 articles. You will now look at them and know if you can compete or not. Now, with that said, let's now see how we can use SEMrush to research for keyword. Thank you and see you on SEMrush. Now, let us see how to research keywords using one good keyword research tool, SEMrush. Now, what noting is the same way it works with SEMrush is virtually the same way it works with Ahref, though Ahref is much robust if you ask me, but I find SEMrush a lot easier to use. Now, that said, you can take any of these two approaches. There are two approaches I use to research for keywords with SEMrush. One, you can either use a keyword, a root keyword, like we did with Google, that we used to research for keywords. You can use a root keyword like that to research, or you can check your competitor's website. Now, my favorite is checking your competitor's website. That is my favorite. But before I go into that, let me just show you how to use your root keywords to also research on SEMrush. It's very similar to what we did on Google. That's the first method. Now, you go to your SEMrush. We're already on SEMrush. Go to your keyword overview. Now, getting to keyword overview, like we did the other time, we typed in air. Now, this time, let's just type in the hairstyle, so that I want to a little bit niche it down to make it, to niche it down a little bit instead of going with air. Air is very wide. So go in to hairstyle. It's rather US. I use United States. I prefer we use United States. Now, overview of hairstyle tells you that hairstyle itself has a keyword difficulty of 82%. So if you are starting a new blog, forget it. You're not going to rank for this kind of keyword. So you have to niche it down. Now, the volume on hairstyle is 22,200, like we can see here. And the global volume on hairstyle, this is the volume for the US market, and the global volume is 2.2 million as the global volume for hairstyle. The CPC is 0.59. That's not important for now. But when you now go down a little bit, you see keyword variations. This is where we now come. This is where we'll see the long tail keywords. We'll see questions people are asking. Now, SEMrush has been able to group about 172 keyword variations and also about 17,777 keywords as questions that people are asking. Let's use the keyword variation. Click on the keyword variation. Now, on clicking on this, you see that on the keyword variation, we already have the 172,000 keywords to choose from. How do I go about it? Honestly, if you are looking at the 172,000 keywords, you're really joking, because a good number of them will not help us. Now, let's use a good strategy that will help us. Would look at, if you look at the topmost part, you'll see volume here. Where you have volume, now anything below 200, I'm not interested in it. Any volume that is below, any keyword that will give me anything below 200, I'm not interested. Let's reduce this to 2, or let's make it 100. Let's make it 100. Then we'll target, let's put this at almost a million. A million. Now with that, then click the apply button. Oh, sorry, made a mistake. Let me go back to my volume. Sorry, please. Okay, my 1 million is still there. Click the apply button. Now I've reduced my search. Now my search intent, I want informational content. I don't want navigation. I want informational. I want informational. I want informational. I want transactional. We can pick both of them. I think that would niche me down a little bit to reduce my search coverage. Now, I want KD. I want keyword difficulty that is between 1. I don't want anything below 1. I want keyword difficulty that is between 1 and 30 because it's a new blog. Apply again. Now with this, if you look up here, we have reduced our keywords from the total volume of 77 something to 273. Now you can now begin to look at your keywords that has been reduced to this and see the ones you like. Honestly, this method is not my favorite. I don't like this method in any way because a lot of these keywords you still discover are not things you would like to write about. I want to write about things I am happy writing about. I want to write things that make me feel good. Now with this, but let's if you look at this, you can now arrange them, sort them in here by the KD. I prefer to sort them by the KD. Once with the lowest. Now my highest KD, remember I grouped my KD from 1 to 30. My highest KD here is 30. Now you can see African hair braiding styles pictures, baseball hairstyles. These are all keywords. Now, or reduce it, take it the other way around. This is from the highest to the lowest. Now the list here is 5. A keyword difficulty of 5. Anjan Suya hairstyle. It all depends on you. It depends on your niche and it depends on what you want to rank for. Now this is method 1. Now let's take the second method. The second method is where I'll actually be using my competitors. Now I have one of two options to start with. Either I start with Google once again or I start with my SimilarWeb. What I'll be doing on SimilarWeb is I'll be putting my own account. I'll be putting my, sorry, not account, my website and find similar websites to my website. Or you can go to Google. Let's go to Google. I prefer using Google. Google will give us, Google is broad. Google is broad. Let's go to Google Ignito. Now, we're working on hairstyle. Let's look at hairstyle products, hairstyle tools and kits. Okay, let's look at hairstyle products. Let's see websites that would rank for this. Okay, Self is ranking here. Good Housekeeping is ranking here. Harper's Bazaar, Wikipedia. No, you can't pick. Forget websites like Wikipedia, Amazon, even Self. Now, these are not that niche related. Okay, let's look at something else. I'm not saying because Self ranks for a lot of articles. They write very wide range of articles. Good Housekeeping too writes wide range. They write about chicken. They write about pests. They write, so you can't. I won't use such sites to work on a niche. Now let's look at styling. I think tools kits. Let's see this. If it's not commercial, it's commercial. I can see Jumia coming up. We won't use Jumia. Jumia is a store. Amazon, I won't use that. Wish, I won't use that. AliExpress, no. What I'm seeing here is stores. There are stores. Okay, let's look at something else. Let me go to my alphabet soup to help me out. I'm not familiar with hairstyling. I just picked it. Hairstyling accessories. Let's look at this. I want a website that relates to hairstyling. Walmart, Fieldcat. Something is coming to my mind. Thinking of techniques. Looking at hairstyling techniques. Hairstyling, because it will give you what people are actually doing. Okay, hairstyling techniques, female. Okay. Now, good. I can see Larry something fashion. It has to do with hairstyling. It's a good example. It's like a niche website, Total Beauty. It's a niche website. top here. Now allthingsair.com. Good. I will want to pick something like allthingsair.com to see what they're actually ranking for. Now let's pick this. Let's pick allthingsair.com. Now with this, I'll pick this website and take it to Semrush. Let's go to Semrush. Semrush, we're at DAO. Okay, here at DAO Semrush. Okay, now when you get to Semrush, go to domain overview. Now with domain overview, we'll be looking at domain overview. Input the website here. I'll try it to be as fast as possible. Now I can see that All Things Air now has an authority score of 63. It's a very good website. It has organic search traffic of 14.7 million. It has keywords of 1.3 million. Wow. Backlinks of 5.5 million. Now let's scroll down to have a view of the website. Now you can see their monthly traffic here continues to increase right from October 2020. They did about 8 million on October 2020, and here they've done in June 2022 they've done 14 million in June 2022. That's good. That's massive. Now, but our point of interest is actually in their keywords. Now I'll come down to under organic search traffic here. Look down closely, you see the keywords here. Click on keywords here. Now once again, we're going to sort, but this time around, we know that this is a niche. This is a niche website that is doing very well and that has good content, that should have good content. Now, if you are actually researching for keywords, you could have like 10, 15 of this kind of websites to actually pick from. Now, we're now going to go back to do the same thing we did initially. Go to your volume. I'll be adjusting my volume from 100 to, since the site has ranked for almost 10 million. Let me see if 10 million will go. 1, 2, 3. To 10 million. Apply that. List of 100, maximum of 10 million. Then I'll put in my keyword difficulty once again, not less than 1, not more than 30 or 20 to be, and if you want to pick from their recommendations here, you have very easy possible, but I want something wide. I want to do it from 1 to 30. Let's do from 1 to 30. Apply. Now my search intent, once again, now already I have 26 organic search positions, 26. Now I am not still satisfied with this set of keywords. I still want to reduce what I will have so that I have something concrete. Now, because I'm working within a website, I want to apply my CPC. To apply CPC on Semrush, go to Advanced Filters. Under Advanced Filters, see where you have keywords here. Click on it and you have CPC. Now, after you've clicked on CPC, pick the include. I'm going to include. Now, drop this down. It should not be. I'm going to include CPC that is greater than 1. Greater than 1. Now let's apply this. Now you can see the old keywords are reduced to 1,500. Now still you can let's see something. Let's just remove my timer. Let's see something. You can remove this volume. Let's see what happens within volume. Let's see the list. Okay, now I have 1000. I have 110. That's the list here. Now, if you look closely, you see a lot of 110, 110. You can take your time. Now, sort the keywords. If it's with keyword difficulty you want to go by, if it's volume, you can still reduce the volume or increase the volume to something like 200. Give it a shorter range. It will reduce the output. With that, you can now export this to Excel. There's an export tab and export button on top. Just close by your right, you see the export button. Click on the export button and take it to Excel for easier viewing. With that, you should have good keywords that you can work by. You can sort them and pick keywords of interest. I think with this we have nailed how to do keyword research. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you have questions, please use our comment section. I'll be there to respond to your comments. Thank you, and God bless you.